time to hit the hardwood for another exciting KCU basketball contest on the Cool Hits Sports Network and Cool TV. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Clark's Pump and Shops of the Tri-State, River Cities Builders, A&A Porta Potties, Stoltz Pharmacy, Tres Hermanos Mexican Restaurant, Members Choice Credit Union, First National Bank of Grayson, and Kentucky Christian University. Now let's go courtside for Countdown to Tip-Off on the Cool Hits Sports Network and Cool TV.
And hello again, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in to KCU basketball here on the Cool Hits Sports Network. I'm Chauncey Griffith, and I'm so glad to have you along. We're live from Grayson, Kentucky on the campus of Kentucky Christian University for game number 2 of a men's and women's doubleheader. This is the men's game between the Kentucky Christian University Knights and the Bryan College Lions. The Bryan Lions coming into this one. They are on the season. They're 12-13, so one win would put them at 500 on the season. Their last game was back on Tuesday, this past Tuesday, a road game against Johnson University. They fell in that one by a score of 74-71, a tight game. That was an AAC contest. Their last win came the Saturday before that, so 1 week ago today, they won on the road at St. Andrews. They had a big scoring game in that one, 101-73. So Bryan coming into this one looking to improve to 500 on the season under head coach Don Rakowski. KCU coming into this one 5-21 on the season. They're on a 5-game losing streak. They were last in action back on Thursday. That was a road game at Truett McConnell. They fell in that one by a score of 89-77. This is senior night, senior day, whatever you want to call it, for KCU. One senior on the roster for the Knights. That is I take that back. 2 seniors on the roster. A 6'1" senior guard from Sacramento, California. That is Lonnie Langston. And a 6'5" senior forward from Seattle, Washington, David Woodard. We'll talk much more about them here in just a few moments. They'll have some senior day festivities for those 2 individuals. But before we get to any of that, we're going to step out, take our first break here in the pregame. We'll come back, have some pregame analysis, some lead up to the first game, have starting lineups for both teams, and a whole lot of basketball coming your way from Grayson on the campus of KCU. It's Kentucky Christian University and Bryan College, and Appalachian Athletic Conference basketball action. Don't go way back right after this here on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
You know, financial security begins at home with home ownership. If you've been putting off looking for a home because you think you can't afford it, you owe it to yourself to check out Members Choice Credit Union. Members Choice Credit Union has programs for first-time home buyers and more to help put you in the home of your dreams. Call, click, or stop by Members Choice Credit Union today.
Members Choice Credit Union, NMLS 411945, Equal Housing Lender. Call for additional information. Other restrictions may apply.
In addition to the Greenup location, Stoltz Pharmacy's newest location is at 437 James Hanna Drive in South Shore, but has retained the name you know and love, McDonald Pharmacy, with the same great service you'll find in the Greenup location, with free delivery service and their convenient drive-thru. Get your vaccinations and allergy shots, and of course, great prescription service at Stoltz Pharmacy in Greenup and McDonald Pharmacy, James Hanna Drive, South Shore.
Stoltz Pharmacy. For those on the go, the smoothie connoisseur, the break room favorite, and for those that just never quite have it all, Clark's has what you need to keep your day on track. Make life easier and keep your busy schedule moving forward with everything you need at Clark's. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts, and salads. A tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenham, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around.
And we're back here in Grayson. Chauncey Griffith, glad to have you along for game number 2 of a women's and men's doubleheader. This is the men's turn in action here. It's Kentucky Christian University and Bryan College, and we're so happy to be bringing you all the action here from Grayson, Kentucky, on the campus of Kentucky Christian University. Dick Dameron Gymnasium, Dick Dameron Hall of Champions, Ron Arnett Court. And we mentioned in the opening there, KCU coming to this one at 5-21. Bryan coming in at 12-13, I do believe. And we're going to take a look real quick at the tail of the tape. It looks something like this. KCU averaging 78.3 points per game compared to Bryan's 74.1. From the field, KCU shooting 44.3% as a team on the season, 44.7% field goal percentage for Bryan, Tennessee. So really tight right there, within 0.4%. From three, KCU is 33.2%. From three, Bryan is 32.4%. So again, within a percent, within 1.2% there. From free throw, it looks like KCU 72%, 71.8, and Bryan edges them there at 74.7. Rebounding, KCU pulling in 30.6 rebounds per contest compared to Bryan's 31.5 rebounds per contest. Assist per game, KCU averaging 13.1, Bryan averaging 13.9. KCU's overall record 5-21. They're 5-17 in the conference, in the Appalachian Athletic Conference. They're on a 5-game losing streak. Here at home, they're 4-7 on the season. Bryan 12-13. They're 12-9 in the conference on a 1-game losing streak. On the road this season, they are 4-8. So this looks to be a pretty good contest. KCU back in the locker room. Bryan heading that way. Actually, KCU heading out of the locker room, so both teams back out on the court. We've got one more break to get in here, so we're going to step out and take that, and we'll come back. We'll have starting lineups. We'll have a little bit more pregame stats and a whole lot of basketball coming your way. It's senior day from Kentucky Christian University. 2 seniors on the roster, David Woodard and Lonnie Langston. Definitely want to honor those 2 young men. We'll talk more about that and a whole lot more right after this on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
Need some extra money for home improvements or other purchases? How about a home equity line of credit with absolutely no closing costs? We have some exciting news from our loan department at First National Bank. Right now, open a home equity line of credit at First National and we will pay all the fees at closing. Hurry into one of our 8 locations to take advantage of this great offer. First National Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Does your gas station or convenience store need a facelift? If so, call River City Builders at 473-4112 for your remedy. Big or small projects, River City's Builders is a company for all your needs. We have extensive experience in the petroleum industry, from routine gas dispenser and canopy maintenance to above-ground, underground tank and piping work to full-blown remodels and new builds. Call River City Builders at 473-4112 for all your petroleum needs. We'll cover your back and keep your customers pumping gas.
When you have business away from home or a planned event far from your comfort zone, you're probably going to need a little help. Let A&A Porta Potties assist you with all your portable toilet needs. Whether on a construction site, planning for an outdoor wedding, or any other outdoor event, A&A Porta Potties are here to assist you. A&A Porta Potties also rents out storage containers, office containers, cooling fans, tables, and chairs. A&A Porta Potties, there is no event too big or too small for us to accommodate you.
Kentucky Christian University is a private nonprofit university located in the beautiful foothills of eastern Kentucky. KCU offers both undergraduate and graduate programs, including the new Teacher Leader Master of Arts in Education degree. They also have an array of competitive sports. Kentucky Christian University is committed to focusing on Christ while helping students build character and prepare for their future careers. Visit kcu.edu to learn more or to schedule a visit on campus.
Back here in Grayson, the buzzer you hear means it's time for us to step out again. We're going to have the national anthem, and after that, maybe not. Maybe we won't have the national anthem. I bet we don't for the game 2 of a doubleheader. We'll keep it right here just in case. See what they're doing here in the gym. I know it's senior day, and I know that we're going to be honoring the seniors here, so we may just allow that to take place here. As KCU with 2 seniors on the roster, Lonnie Langston and David Woodard.
First of all, I'd like to introduce Lonnie Langston. Lonnie is a senior business major from Sacramento, California. He attended high school at Mojave High School in Arizona. After graduating, he plans to pursue a career as a player overseas before settling down and starting his own business. Lonnie's favorite memory as a Knight is watching Coach Pack get his first win as a college head coach. Lonnie used basketball to further his education and will be the first family generation to complete college graduation. So Lonnie would like to thank his teammates, family, and Coach Pack for pushing him to the best version of himself. So ladies and gentlemen, big welcome to number 11, Lonnie Langston. And now, let us welcome David Woodard, who is a senior business management major from Seattle, Washington. He plans to use his degree to get a good job and continue playing basketball at the professional level. David's favorite KCU memory was going to the conference tournament in his first year, getting to play in big games as well as all of the traveling to different states he had never seen before. So David Woodard has this to say: I am thankful for my experience at this time at the Kentucky Christian University. It has been a real stepping stone in my life, and with all the ups and downs, I am grateful for my journey and chance to play the game I love. Thank you to my coaches and teammates for sticking with me and helping me develop. Thank you to my family and friends for always supporting me from back home, and mostly important, thank you, KCU. So a big hand for number 23, David Woodard. While they gather around, folks, let's have a big hand for his teammates.
So hats off to both of those 2 young men, 2 senior standouts for KCU. Definitely 2 guys who are doing it the right way. They both majoring in good stuff and looking, the future's bright for both of those young men, no doubt about it. And receiving a good education out here at Kentucky Christian University, no question about that. Coach Charlie Pack doing a great job with his program, and hats off to him as well. I'm waiting to see here. I'm not sure if we're going to have the national anthem or what, but time's on the clock.
This time this week is starting lineup.
And we're going to go ahead and cover the starting lineups here in the gym. So we're going to do it here on the air as well. Starting with Bryan College out of Tennessee. The Bryan College Lions head coach Don Rakowski wearing their road uniforms, black uniforms, Bryan written in red across their chest, red numbers all trimmed in white. Starting lineup looks something like this. A 6-foot junior guard from Chattanooga, Tennessee, number 1, Ian Johnson. A 5'9" senior point guard from Nashville, Tennessee, number 2, Gene Holmes. A 6'5" junior forward from Ripley, Tennessee, number 14, Jamari Bostic. Number 22, a 6'2" senior shooting forward from Lebanon, Tennessee, Noah Molaski, and a 6'4" freshman forward from Scott County, Tennessee, number 32, Trey Morrow. So starting lineup for Bryan College: Johnson, Holmes, Bostic, Molaski, and Morrow. For the Kentucky Christian University Knights, starting lineup looks something like this. A 6'1" sophomore guard from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, number 1, Kirby Dumway. A 6'3" freshman guard from Raceland, Kentucky, number 2, Kirk Pence. Number 5, a 6'3" sophomore guard from Durham, North Carolina, David McCallum Jr. And then our 2 seniors on the roster, 6'1" senior guard from Sacramento, California, number 11, Lonnie Langston, and a 6'5" senior forward from Seattle, Washington, David Woodard. Leading scorers for both teams, starting with KCU. Leading scorer David Woodard putting up 17.9 points per game. Also, DeAndre Ross putting up 14. And Kirk Pence with 10.5. Those are your double-digit scorers for KCU. For the Bryan Lions, which I'm a fan of that name, the Bryan Lions, leading scorers on the season, if I can get it to pull up here, it looks like Ian Johnson was 16.2. Leading scorer, though, Jamari Bostic, 17.3 points per game. Also with double digits, Noah Molaski at 11.3, and Gene Holmes at 11.2 points per game. I mentioned the last time they were in action 4 days ago. That was back on Thursday. A road loss at Johnson, Tennessee, 74-71. So they're looking to get back to 500 on the season here, sitting at 12 wins, 13 losses are the Bryan Lions. Looks like we're ready for tip-off here between these two teams. Woodard out for KCU. For Bryan, it's going to be Jamari Bostic. And we're ready to rock and roll here in Appalachian Athletic Conference play. Ball's in the air, and it looks like Bryan's going to come away with it. Gene Holmes gets it in the backcourt, dribbles to the right side. He's going to kick it over to the right side to his teammate Johnson. Johnson gets it back out front, now back to the right wing over to Molaski. Molaski gets it down low. It's stolen away by KCU. Kirk Pence brings it through the backcourt, kicks it right side to Lonnie Langston. Langston out front, calling a little bit of offense here. Kicks it right side to Pence for 3, just off the mark. Rebound fought for, taken by Bryan College. Noah Molaski got it. He's going to bring it himself. Top of the key, looking to the right, handing it over to Gene Holmes. Holmes looks back out front, now right side again for 3. Noah Molaski, and that one falls. Had a buzzer there.
Number 22, Molaski.
And not sure what the buzzer was for. The shot clock was at 17. I think it was just an inadvertent buzzer. And it looks like we're going to be a little confusion over there, but I believe we're going to be honoring
Also, ladies and gentlemen,
David Woodard for his 1,000th point. I thought they were going to wait until he hit a basket here, but I think a little miscommunication there. The first point of the game, buzzer went off. David Woodard, a 1,000-point scorer here at KCU. Congratulations to that young man. And crowd's on their feet here. The KCU side definitely on their feet. You hear the applause. And David Woodard getting a nice plaque and a nice ball for 1,000 points in his career here at Kentucky Christian University. So Coach Pat coming out, presented him that at midcourt, and here we go. The score now 3-0. Bryan College leads Kentucky Christian University. Inbound in the backcourt for KCU goes to Lonnie Langston. He brings it across. He's going to be looking left, giving it over to Pence. Pence looking for an open teammate. Still has his dribble. Now he picks it up, kicks it down low to Langston. Langston dribbles inside. Now back out front it goes to, now back to Langston. He throws up a three-pointer, no good. Rebound goes to McCallum, and the ball's knocked out of bounds off the hands of a defender. It's going to be KCU basketball. Lonnie Langston on the baseline. They're looking to inbound it. He does just that, gets it out front to McCallum. McCallum hands it over to Pence, now to Dumway. Now back out front it goes to Woodard. Woodard dribbles into the paint. Right side for three, Pence. In and out and back in. That one bounced, and he's going to be fouled as well. So Pence with 3 points on the board, and he's going to be heading to the free throw line to try to make it three more. Ties the ball game up at 3. So Pence goes to the line shooting one, so he gets the chance at the 4-point play here. And that one's good. So Pence now on the board. First KCU player with points on the board at 4. It's 4-3 now, and we're coming back the other way. Gene Holmes gets it back out front to Mulaski. Mulaski back to Holmes. Now over left side to Morrow. Morrow kicks it left side, far left side for 3 is Ian Johnson. No good. Rebound KCU. Dumway off to the races. Gets it out front to Lonnie Langston. Langston looks left to Pence. Pence dribbles in, pulls up his dribble. Gets it back out front to Langston. Langston's going to drive into the paint, have the ball knocked away, and we're off to the races the other direction. A series of passes gets it into the paint, and a layup from Trey Morrow puts his team ahead by 1 now. 5-4 is the score. Langston left side, or front of top of the key, gets it to Dumway. Now back to Woodard in the paint. He has a spin move, throws up a layup, and his shot is blocked, and he draws the foul. No question about it, he was fouled on that one. He's going to take a trip to the free throw line. The foul goes against Trey Morrow. It's his first foul. 2 team fouls now against the Lions. Woodard at the line. His first shot up and off the front of the rim, no good. Woodard gets another crack at it, though. On the season, he's a 67% free throw shooter. Second one up, nothing but net there. And he's going to tie the game at 5. And it's Bryan basketball. Down to 17:40 to go in the first half. And Bryan looking to take the lead here. Passing it around the arc. Ian Johnson out front. Now just to the left of the top of the key, Jamari Bostic gets on the board. A three-pointer for him puts his team ahead by 3, 8-5. And we're coming the other way. Out front, Lonnie Langston looks to the right to Woodard. He throws up a 3 of his own. It's just off the mark and back the other way. 8-5 is the score. Another, nope. Thought he was going to pull up for it, decided not to. Bostic, they kick it down the left side to Ian Johnson. Now he's on the board with 3, and just like that, Bryan goes ahead by 6. It's 11-5. Lonnie Langston looking to answer here. KCU down by 6. Bounce pass to Woodard. Woodard out front, looking right side to Dumway. Dumway dribbles in, now back out. Looks out to David McCallum. He dribbles into the free throw line. Looks down to the left corner to Pence. His layup blocked. Rebound Woodard, and 2 points for David Woodard. That's 3 points for him, and we're coming the other way. It's 11-7, a 4-point basketball game. Gene Holmes, a 5'9" senior from Nashville, Tennessee, with the basketball. Looks right to Morrow. Morrow gets it out front to Mulaski, and he's going to be fouled on the floor. Got a reach-in foul there called on Lonnie Langston. That's his first foul as a team for KCU. Bostic's going to be the man inbounded over here on this sideline. Gets it in to Gene Holmes. And we've got a whistle. And I'm not sure what the whistle was for. Anyway, another inbound. This one goes to Holmes out front. Holmes looks left for 3. Jamari Bostic puts one up. It doesn't fall. Rebound knocked away and taken, stolen away by KCU. Pence is on the move, dribbling in and out of traffic, has the ball knocked away. He was trying to get it down there to the right corner down to McCallum, and someone got a hand on it, knocked it out of bounds. It's going to stay with KCU, though. Substitute comes into the ball game for KCU. Checking in is DeAndre Ross. And a layup blocked for David Woodard, taken by Bryan, and we're back the other end of the floor. Out front, now baseline driving the left side is Jamari Bostic. 2 points for him. That's 5 in this ball game for him. Extend that lead back out to 6 points. It's 13-7. Woodard looks down low, gets it to Ross. Ross dribbles back out front. Good defense here from Bryan. They steal the ball away again. Dumway in the paint, has it stolen away. And on the other end of the floor, a layup down low after driving baseline is Jamari Bostic. At 7 points for him, it's 15-7. Down to 15 minutes to go in the first half. Dumway out front, kicks it to Pence. Pence pulls up the free throw line, looks back out front to Woodard. Stop and pop, fake. Looks left side to Dumway, and that's 3 points for Kirby Dumway. He gets on the board, and it gets his team back within 5. It's 15-10. Coming the other way is Ian Johnson with a 3 of his own. It's off the front of the rim and no good. Woodard with the rebound. He's going to bring it across himself, kick it to McCallum on the right side. McCallum gets it over left side to Ross. Ross drives, free throw line jumper, no good, and we're back the other way. Rebound goes to Jamari Bostic. He kicks it to Gene Holmes. He drives into the paint, looks right side to Johnson, who drives baseline right side. His jumper from the right block doesn't fall. Rebound goes to Bryan. Out front for 3, off the mark, Bostic. Put back, no good either. That one from Gene Holmes, and we're off to the races the other way. Dumway got the rebound, goes coast to coast, and gets a layup to fall. That's 5 points for Kirby Dumway now. KCU back within 3 points. It's 15-12. Coming the other way is Bryan College. Gene Holmes gets it to the top of the key to Molaski. Molaski looks over to Bostic. Bostic gets it into the paint on the moves. Ian Johnson, and his layup falls. It's 17-12. Down to 13.5 to go in the first half. David Woodard for 3, right side, off the front of the rim. No good. It bounces up high and off to the right side. Back the other way we go. Gene Holmes with the basketball. Guarded man-to-man from Dumway. He's going to kick it on over right side, over to Molaski. Molaski gets it out front to Morrow. Morrow hands it over to Johnson on the move in the paint. A series of passes, gets it over to the left corner, and a 3 is an air ball from Molaski. Woodard with the rebound. Coast to coast for Woodard. His layup falls. David Woodard making his presence known here. That's 5 points for David Woodard. KCU with 2 players with 5 points. It's Woodard and it's Dumway. Out front with the basketball for Bryan College. Molaski, he looks left over to Holmes. Just playing, passing around the arc right now as Johnson drives into the paint. Has the ball stolen away. A steal from David McCallum. He tried to get it in transition down low to DeAndre Ross, and it's stolen away. Top of the key 3 is good for Noah Molaski. That's 3 points for Molaski now. And it's 22-14, an 8-point lead from Bryan College. David Woodard, left side, spin move, drives into the paint. And a heck of a move there from David Woodard. That's 7 points for him. KCU back within 6. On the other end of the court, Bostic kicks it out front to Morrow. Morrow looks right over to Johnson. Johnson in the paint, about 10 foot away, off the front of the rim. Back the other way we go. Pence got the rebound, kicks it over left side to a wide open Dumway for 3, and that one's good. 8 points for Kirby Dumway. KCU back within 3 points, and we've got a timeout called by, I believe it's called by Bryan College here with 11 minutes, 46 seconds to go in the first half. Your score, Bryan College 22, KCU 19. We're going to keep it right here. I did not see if it was a 30-second or a full timeout. It's a full timeout. We'll keep it here just in case. I don't want to miss any of the action here as KCU trails by 3. Leading scorer in this ball game for KCU is Kirby Dumway after hitting that three. He's got 2 threes to his credit here in the first half. 8 points for him. David Woodard was 7 for the Bryan College Lions. The Bryan Lions. 7 points for Jamari Bostic. 6 points for Noah Mulaski. 2 threes for him. Had several threes made here in this ball game. As a team, Bryan College 1, 2, 3, 4 threes made here in the first 8 minutes and 14 seconds of this ball game. KCU with 3 threes made, 2 of them from Dumway, 1 from Kirk Pence. Pence has 4 points in this contest. You see, if you're watching on Cool TV, you see KCU coming away from their huddle, and we're almost ready to rock and roll here, as it's going to be Bryan College ball coming out of the timeout. A 3-point ball game. 2 team fouls right now for Bryan, 1 for KCU. And waiting to resume action here. A question over at the scorer's table. One of the officials over there talking with Coach Rakoski for Bryan. And now we're ready to rock and roll. Here we go. The inbound in the backcourt goes to Caleb Grimes, who just checked in after the timeout. Grimes looks right side, almost goes out of bounds, but it's saved. Dalen Gales there got it. Sends it back out front to Allen. Allen has the ball stolen away. Still there from Miles Shipp, who just checked in. 6'1" sophomore from Portsmouth, Ohio. And a heck of a layup down low and a foul as well for KCU. Going to get them back within. No, I take that back. They had the score wrong on the board. It was 20-19. My mistake. They had the score wrong on the official scoreboard here. So DeAndre Ross makes the layup and then makes his free throw, so he puts his team ahead by 2 now. It's 22-20, KCU leads. The foul there was called on Marcus Allen. So 3 team fouls now for the Lions as Jamari Bostic hits another 3-pointer. First points in the second half, or sorry, the first half here, or after the timeout, I guess you would say, and puts his team ahead by 1. On the other end, a rebound there after a missed jump shot by KCU goes to Bryan, and we're coming back to the Bryan end of the floor. Bostic out front, looking right side over to Mulaski. Mulaski dribbles into the free throw line, throws up a jumper, and it falls. 2 points for him. That's 8 points for him in this ball game, and it's a 3-point lead for Bryan College. A beautiful pass over to the right side from Langston over to Jones. Jones dribbles in, kicks it out left wing to Ross. Ross looks right side to Langston, now back to Ross. Ross looking to make something happen, gets it out front to an open Brevin Jones for 3. Had a defender come up pretty quick though, and the 3 ball's no good. Down on the other end, we had a long pass down low just out of the reach of Dalen Gales, goes out of bounds, and a turnover against Bryan College. KCU looking to get back, chip away at that lead, I guess you would say. It's 25-22 here, halfway through period, half number 1, and they're down by 3. Basketball in the hands of Archuleta. He looks out front. Now left side it goes to Langston. Langston gets it back out to the wing to Ross. Ross dribbles in with the shot clock at 1. A pass down low to Archuleta goes off his fingertips and out of bounds. So a turnover against KCU here puts the ball back in the hands of Caleb Grimes, who sends it down low. Well, across the timeline anyway, a 3-ball off the mark for Dalen Gales, and KCU back the other way. A nice pass over to the right corner. And driving in, now back out. Another 3-ball from Langston. This one off the mark. KCU rebound. And the putback. A heck of a move there from Archuleta, and 2 points for him. A nice series of events there for KCU. Gets them back within 1. Showing off their ability to move the ball around, make nice passes, and find the open player, and they did just that. gets him back within 1, down under 9 minutes to go. And Bryan with an answer, down low, 2 points for Dalen Gales, puts his team back ahead by 3. It's 27-24, and we're moving the other way. Ross looks right, out to Archuleta. Archuleta gets it to the free throw line to Ship. Ship kicks it over left side to a driving Ross, who puts up a jumper, no good. The floater rebound goes to Bryan, and in transition, we're moving quick down into the paint, and a foul going to be called on KCU. It's going to go against Brevin Jones, and it'll send Marcus Allen to the line. Allen shooting his first free throw of this ball game. First one up, no good for Marcus Allen. Allen, a 50% free throw shooter coming into this ball game. Got a sub waiting for Allen here as Ian Johnson checks back in for Bryan. Now Allen will come out. Back into the ball game is Morrow. Nope, Allen stays in. Off comes Jamari Bostic. So Allen goes 1 for 2 there, puts his team up by 4 points. It's 28-24. Out front is Langston. Langston looks to the left side to DeAndre Ross, who drives. Now kicks it right side to Langston. Langston back out front to Archuleta, who's driving. Layup no good. Rebound fought for. Taken by Ian Johnson for Bryan, and he goes coast to coast with a layup. Ian Johnson now 7 points. And a quick transition to the other end. The ball's in the hands of Archuleta. He's going to kick it to the right corner, out there to Brevin Jones. Jones gets it back out front, now over to Langston. And Langston is fouled. The foul's going to go against Ian Johnson. Coming back in for KCU is Johnson, Pence, and McCallum. Out goes Archuleta. Ship and Langston. Sorry about that. Inbound for KCU. Pence has the basketball. Gets it out front to Dumway. Now to Woodard, who drives into paint right side. A Euro step. Layup falls. And Woodard's going to take a trip to the free throw line for a chance at 3 points the old-fashioned way. The foul goes against Trey Morrow. That's his second foul. 5 team fouls now for the Lions. At the line, David Woodard. 1 of 2 from there tonight. Make it 1 of 3 as he can't get that one to fall. It's off the back iron. We're back the other way. A 4-point ball game. It's 30-26. Out front. Just playing keep away right now. Shot clock down to 10. He makes his move. That's Dalen Gales, who drives for the layup. Makes it and picks up the foul to boot. Foul's going to go against DeAndre Ross. Be his first foul of the ball game. 3 team fouls now for KCU. At the line, Dalen Gales. Gales, a 76% free throw shooter, able to hit that one. So 3-point play makes it a 7-point ball game. The Lions lead the Knights. Woodard inbounds it in the backcourt to Dumway. He's going to bring it across, kick it over to McCallum at the top of the key. McCallum looks left to Pence. Pence dribbles out, gives it to Woodard. He goes for the 3 ball. It's off the mark. Rebound goes to Bryan. Gene Holmes came away with it, and he's going to go coast to coast. A layup down low, no good. A little collision. Rebound Woodard. Woodard's off to the races. Kicking it right side to Dumway. Dumway dribbles in, throws up a floater, and it's good. So 2 points for Dumway. That gives him 10 points in this ball game. First double-digit scorer of the night. Ball almost stolen away out front by Woodard. Instead of 3 balls off the mark for, is that Allen? Yes, that's Allen. And on the other end of the court, got a turnover against KCU. Coming back in for Bryan is going to be Molaski. Out comes Marcus Allen. It's Bryan basketball. Driving in, now kicking it back out is Molaski. Basketball now in the hands of Morrow after a nice pass, and the ball's knocked out of bounds, last touch by a defender. So it'll stay on this end of the court with 6:09 to go here in the first. Down low, looking to inbound it is Morrow. For three, left side, off the mark. Ian Johnson, rebound KCU, and we're back the other way. Down to 6 minutes to go. A 5-point ball game. Woodard in the paint, layup no good, but a collision and a foul. Foul's going to be on Trey Morrow. If my calculations are correct, that's his third foul. That is correct. That'll send him, earn him a trip to the bench for a little while. Woodard goes to the line. He's 1 of 3 from the charity stripe here tonight. First one up and good for David Woodard. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 points for David Woodard. So KCU now with 2 players in double digits scoring, Woodard and Dumway. Woodard with a chance to add one more. It's up and it's good. 33-30, it's a 3-point ball game, and here we go the other direction. Jamari Bostic kicks it left side to Johnson. He dribbles in, now back to Bostic. Bostic on the wing. Gets it out front to Johnson. Sends Bostic down low. Kicks it out front to Molaski for 3. Wide open, no good, but Bostic gets a rebound, no good. He gets his own rebound, puts it back, and that one's good. Offensive rebounds proven to be beneficial here as of now for the Bryan Lions. It's 35-30, down to 5:20 to go. Woodard out front with the basketball, drives in, ball knocked away. He was trying to get it out there to DeAndre Ross, who was open on the wing, but it goes out of bounds, knocked that way by a defender. Substitute for Bryan College, Dalen Gales checks in. Ian Johnson goes out. Woodard on the sideline, gets it in to Ross. Ross out front, looking right side to McCallum. Now back to Ross. Ross crossover dribble, drives in the paint, left side, shot no good. Rebound Bryan. Back the other way, a long pass down the court to Molaski. He tries to get it down low. It's almost out of bounds, but taken by Keller Dye. Dye puts it up, no good. Put back blocked and taken the other way by McCallum. A beautiful pass down under the basket to Woodard. His shot's blocked, and we're back the other direction. Left side for 3. Nope, Bostic decided not to. Kicks it to Holmes. Holmes looks right side to Gales for 3. And Gales' 3 is off the mark, and we've got a substitute. Checking in for KCU, Kirk Pence. Off comes DeAndre Ross. On the floor right now for KCU, we have Langston, we have Dumway, Woodard, Pence, and McCallum. McCallum with the basketball. Right corner, gets it out front to Woodard, right side. He's going to dribble in and walk with it. Be a turnover against KCU. It's 35-30 with 4:18 to go here in the first. Substitute for Bryan College. Ian Johnson checks back in. Out goes Dalen Gales. Also checking into the ball game, Nick Roberts. He's going to take the place of Keller Dye. 35-30 the score. Roberts inbounds it in the backcourt. Taken by Holmes. Holmes is going to bring it across. Dribbling to the right, crossover dribble. Gets it out front to Roberts. Roberts looks left over to Molaski. Molaski bounce pass right side. Jumper good for Ian Johnson from about 16 foot away. 11 points for Ian Johnson. And here we go. Got a foul called against KCU down low. It's 37-30. Foul's going to go against Pence, I do believe. That'll be his first foul. No. Foul's going to go against Hall. Okay, that makes more sense. Foul goes against Gene Holmes, so that will be his first foul. That'll send Woodard to the line. Woodard at the line makes his first one. Got confused there, so a defensive foul goes against Bryan. And Woodard makes him pay for it there, gets his team back within 5. That's 13 points now for David Woodard. It's 37-32. Out front with the basketball is Roberts for Bryan. He's going to kick it left side to Bostic for 3. And there's the answer from Jamari Bostic. 15 points for him. 40-32, an 8-point ball game. Out front with the basketball, passing it around the arc. Woodard takes it, thought about driving. Decided instead to hand it over to Langston, who's on the move, dribbling right. Hand it over to McCallum for 3, right corner. And there's the answer from KCU. David McCallum Jr. gets on the board. He's a 6'3" sophomore from Durham, North Carolina, with points on the board, gets his team back within 5. Down to 3:05 to go, clock still rolling. Bryan College basketball. Mulaski hits it over to Johnson, who drives into the paint. His layup's good. And I believe he's going to be taking a trip to the charity stripe after being fouled by Lonnie Langston. That's second foul of the ball game for Langston. 4 team fouls now for KCU and 7 for the Lions. At the line, Ian Johnson, an 82.4% free throw shooter on the season, averaging 16 points per game. First one up and good. KCU basketball here, 2:59 to go. Inbound in the backcourt goes to Dumway. Dumway brings it across. Kicks it out front to McCallum. Now back to Dumway. Looking left corner over to Ross. Ross thought about pulling up. Instead hands it over to Pence. Pence gets it back to Ross. Now to Woodard on the right wing. Now he's going to send it over to Dumway right side for 3. No good. Rebound fought for. Taken by Bryan after a loose ball. That was Gales who came away with it. He's going to hand it over to Holmes, who brings it across. Calling a little bit of traffic here. Looking left side to Gales. Gales dribbles in, looks outside to Holmes on the wing for 3, no good. Rebound, and the putback's good for Jamari Bostic. Bostic was 17 here in the first half. David Woodard looking left side to Pence. Pence back out to Woodard on the corner. On the wing, Right side to McCallum now on the right wing. He dribbles in, looks out left corner to DeAndre Ross. He drives baseline, pulls up in the paint, kicks it out front to McCallum. McCallum drives left side. Floater, no good, and we're coming the other way. Left side now for 3 for Bryan College. Off the mark, Dalen Gales. Rebound goes to Roberts. Another 3. Air ball. And it goes out of bounds after an air ball from Noah Mulaski. Coming the other way. Minute and 31 seconds to go in this ball game. It's a 10-point ball game. Bryan College leads KCU. Inbound down low goes to Woodard from Dumway. Now back to Dumway. He's going to bring it across, looking to the right side. Dribbles over, hands it to McCallum, who's on the move. McCallum to Woodard for 3, left side, in and out, no good. A long rebound goes to Jamari Bostic. Bostic to Holmes. Holmes brings it into the paint in the front court. Looks back outside to Gales. Gales at the top of the key, dribbling right. In some traffic, kicks it out to Roberts for a wide open 3. And Roberts hits that. That's his first 3 points of the ball game. The 6'4" junior from Alcoa, Tennessee, puts his team ahead now by 13 points. We're down under a minute to go. Left side 3 ball from KCU's Ross, no good, and we're back the other direction. Gene Holmes is going to bring it almost coast to coast. Instead, he looks out right side for another 3. That one off the mark for Mulaski, and the rebound knocked out of bounds. Last touch by, I didn't see who it was, but it was last touch by Bryan College. And means KCU is going to have the basketball here with 33 seconds to go. Shot clock, there's about a 5-6 second discrepancy from the shot clock to the game clock. Out front with the basketball is Ross. He's dribbling left. Down to 19 seconds. 10 seconds on the shot clock now. Left side again for three is Ross. In and out, no good. And it's going to be Bryan basketball. Noah Mulaski driving left side baseline. Almost has it stolen away by McCallum. Instead picks it up, gives it to Bostic. And his buzzer three is no good. Put back is good, but it was after the buzzer, so it doesn't count. So your score here going into the half, a 13-point ball game. It's Bryan College 48 and KCU 35. Back after this for the halftime show here on the Cool Hit Sports Network.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts, and salads. A tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around.
You know, financial security begins at home with home ownership. If you've been putting off looking for a home because you think you can't afford it, you owe it to yourself to check out Members Choice Credit Union. Members Choice Credit Union has programs for first-time home buyers and more to help put you in the home of your dreams. Call, click, or stop by Members Choice Credit Union today.
Members Choice Credit Union, NMLS 411945, Equal Housing Lender. Call for additional information. Other restrictions may apply.
In addition to the Greenup location, Stultz Pharmacy's newest location is at 437 James Hanna Drive in South Shore, but has retained the name you know and love, McDonald Pharmacy, with the same great service you'll find in the Greenup location, with free delivery service and their convenient drive-through. Get your vaccinations and allergy shots, and of course, great prescription service at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup and McDonald Pharmacy, James Hanna Drive, South Shore.
Stultz Pharmacy.
For those on the go, the smoothie connoisseur, the break room favorite, and for those that just never quite have it all, Clark's has what you need to keep your day on track. Make life easier and keep your busy schedule moving forward with everything you need at Clark's. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
And we're back here in Grayson, Kentucky. Chauncey Griffith, glad to have you along. It's halftime between the KCU Knights and the Bryan Lions out of Tennessee. Halftime stats go something like this. We'll go ahead and go over individual stats real quick. Starting five for Bryan, Tennessee, two players in double digits. That's Ian Johnson with 10 points. And leading scorer, Jamari Bostic, 17 points, 8 rebounds, and no assists or steals. Also, points from Noah Mulaski. He's got 8, 2 assists, 3 rebounds, all of them coming on the defensive end of the court. And Trey Morrow with 2 points, 1 steal, and 3 rebounds, 2 offensive, 1 defensive. Off the bench, Caleb Grimes, 2 points, Nick Roberts with 3, 5 points coming from Dalen Gales off the bench, and Marcus Allen with 1. As a team from the field, it looks like Bryan shooting 48% from 3, 30%, and 75% from the free throw line. That's in 4 attempts. They made 3 of them. For KCU, leading scorer in this ball game, senior David Woodard with 13. He's also got 1 assist, 3 rebounds, and 1 steal. All 3 of his rebounds coming on the defensive end of the court. Also double digits in scoring from Kirby Dumway with 10. He's got 4 rebounds, all 4 of them defensive rebounds. Kirk Pence with 4 points. David McCallum Jr. with 3. And points off the bench from DeAndre Ross with 3. And Miles Shipp with 2. He's also got a steal to his credit as well. As a team from the field, KCU 37.5%. They are 27% from 3 and 78% from the free throw line. That is in 9 attempts, so they made 7 of them. Some more stats for you real quick. In the paint, Bryan leads Kentucky Christian University 20-16. They also lead off turnovers 4-3. That's points. And second chance points, Bryan leads that as well, 4-2. The largest lead of the ball game was 13 points. That's by Bryan with 1 minute 3 seconds in the first half. And we've had 2 score ties and 4 lead changes, with the largest lead of the game, as I mentioned, coming with a minute before the half. We're going to step out, take one more break. When we come back, got a special guest for you, so don't go away. Back after this on the Cool Hit Sports Network.
Make your everyday purchases faster, simpler, and more convenient with First National Bank's new contactless debit card, featuring a fresh new design and the ability to add your card to your phone's mobile wallet. Your debit card has never been more secure. Simply look for the contactless symbol at checkout, tap your contactless card, or hold your phone over the terminal and your payment is processed in seconds without your card number ever being exposed. Tap, pay, go. It's that easy with First National Bank. First National Bank in Canonsburg, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Does your gas station or convenience store need a facelift? If so, call River City Builders at 473-4112 for your remedy. Big or small projects, River City's Builders is a company for all your needs. We have extensive experience in the petroleum industry, from routine gas dispenser and canopy maintenance to above-ground, underground tank and piping work to full-blown remodels and new builds. Call River City Builders at 473-4112 for all your petroleum needs. We'll cover your back and keep your customers pumping gas.
When you have business away from home or a planned event far from your comfort zone, you're probably going to need a little help. Let A&A Porta Potties assist you with all your portable toilet needs. Whether on a construction site, planning for an outdoor wedding, or any other outdoor event, A&A Porta Potties are here to assist you. A&A Porta Potties also rents out storage containers, office containers, cooling fans, tables, and chairs. A&A Porta Potties, there is no event too big or too small for us to accommodate you.
Kentucky Christian University is a private nonprofit university located in the beautiful foothills of eastern Kentucky. KCU offers both undergraduate and graduate programs, including the new Teacher Leader Master of Arts in Education degree. They also have an array of competitive sports. Kentucky Christian University is committed to focusing on Christ while helping students build character and prepare for their future careers. Visit kcu.edu to learn more or to schedule a visit on campus.
And we're back here in Grayson, Kentucky on the campus, the beautiful campus of Kentucky Christian University. Chauncey Griffith, glad to have you along. And I told you we would have a special guest. And at this time we do. We have Miss Jasmine Flowers off the women's basketball team. Thanks for being on here. Let me pull your microphone up.
Oh, thank you.
That's my fault. There you go.
It's good to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. So, number one, well, talk about after the game, obviously a loss, but I feel like you guys are a pretty tight-knit group. Is that right?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Uh-oh. There's a short in this one. How about now?
Yes, sir.
There we go. I said, obviously a loss, not the way you wanted to come out, but I feel like you guys are pretty good at rebounding. You're a pretty tight-knit group. Is that right?
Yes, sir, we are.
Does that start at the top with Coach Kahn?
I think it does. I think it just trickles down to everybody.
She's, well, I told you before we came on the air, I teach at Boyd County High School. She was my, I don't know, advisor. I don't know what you call it when I student taught. Mm-hmm. So I've known of her for a long time, but I know she's all about that community thing, and that's what KCU is, I think, don't you?
It definitely is. The girls' team is just one big family, in my opinion.
And even on campus, would you say that?
Oh, yeah, we're always in the caf together, hanging around the dorms together. We're always together. That's
awesome. That's a big deal. What now? You talked about you're from Winchester.
Yes, sir.
What made you choose KCU?
I actually transferred from the University of Cumberland's, and during the COVID, and I was really sick and had a lot of illnesses, so coming closer to home was definitely that, and I honestly, being here, I feel like I made the right decision every single day.
I'm with you. I went out here for a year, and I know, obviously it was way before COVID, but I know this is just one of those places. I don't know. As soon as you come in here, like from an outsider's perspective, you really don't get it, but once you get here, it's like, man, this is like family. This is like home. Do you agree?
Yes, sir. I definitely agree.
Does Coach Kahn kind of play into that too?
I think she does.
Yeah. When now, turning our attention back to that game real quick, mm-hmm. You finished with 4 points, but now you were on the court most of the game. I'm looking here if I can find you. You had four rebounds, 1 assist, but just from an outsider's perspective, do you have a special bond with another player on the team?
Me and Jada Higgins, we've
That's what I was
actually known
hitting
each
at.
other. So
Yeah.
we've known each other for a while. We played AU together. Our parents went to college together. So we've known each other for a very long time.
That's really cool, and I didn't know how you were going to answer that, but that's what I was hinting at. It seems like you two guys just know where each other's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Are you guys roommates or anything?
No, we actually have dorms ourselves.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
Man. When I went here, I didn't have that. No, that's cool though. So did you all grow up together?
No, she went to Ohio. When she came back to Kentucky, that's when we got closer.
Okay, I see. Well, listen, we're going to step out, take another break. If you want to stick around, if you want to stick around for part of the game, you can.
Whatever you prefer.
All right, we'll talk about it at the break. We're going to step out back after this on the Cool Hit Sports Network.
You know, financial security begins at home with home ownership. If you've been putting off looking for a home because you think you can't afford it, you owe it to yourself to check out Members Choice Credit Union. Members Choice Credit Union has programs for first-time home buyers and more to help put you in the home of your dreams. Call, click, or stop by Members Choice Credit Union today.
Members Choice Credit Union, NMLS 411945, Equal Housing Lender. Call for additional information. Other restrictions may apply.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts and salads, a tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others, should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around. In addition to the Greenup location, Stultz Pharmacy's newest location is at 437 James Hanna Drive in South Shore, but has retained the name you know and love, McDonald Pharmacy, with the same great service you'll find in the Greenup location, with free delivery service and their convenient drive-thru. Get your vaccinations and allergy shots, and of course, great prescription service at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup and McDonald Pharmacy, James Hanna Drive, South Shore.
Stultz Pharmacy.
Return. Refresh. Refuel.
Happy holidays from Clark's Pump & Shop. Stop in this winter weather season and warm up with one of our coffees, hot chocolates, or lattes, custom made just the way you like it. Clark's Pump & Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
And we're back here in Grayson, Kentucky. Chauncey Griffith and the one and only Jasmine Flowers here. Glad to have you along. Jasmine, I told you at the break, is there anybody you want to say hi to? Any shout-outs you want to give?
I definitely want to say hi to my mom, Susan Flowers, and my Aunt Joyce, 'cause I know you're always watching.
That's awesome. And they can go back and watch this later, too, if they're not watching it now. So, hey, about 3 minutes ago before action resumes here, KCU still in – actually, they're making their way out right now. I didn't turn my head to the right. Bryan out here, they've got the 13-point lead and look pretty calm and collected, but we know Coach Pack does a great job with his bunch, and they're looking pretty calm and collected as well. So it'll be interesting to see how the second half begins, wouldn't you say?
I definitely say so.
Yeah. Hey, we're going to step out and take a break, and we'll be back right after this on the Cool Hit Sports Network.
Need some extra money for home improvements or other purchases? How about a home equity line of credit with absolutely no closing costs? We have some exciting news from our loan department at First National Bank. Right now, open a home equity line of credit at First National and we will pay all the fees at closing. Hurry into one of our 8 locations to take advantage of this great offer. First National Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Are you having trouble keeping your parking lot lit? Is customer safety one of your top priorities? If so, call River Cities Builders at 473-4112 for all your lighting needs. We have bucket truck and boom crane truck services. We have extensive experience in exterior lighting and parking lot lighting maintenance. No need to ever be in the dark again. Remember, call River Cities Builders at 473-4112 for all your lighting needs. We will light your path to success.
When you have business away from home or a planned event far from your comfort zone, you're probably going to need a little help. Let A&A Porta Potties assist you with all your portable toilet needs. Whether on a construction site, planning for an outdoor wedding, or any other outdoor event, A&A Porta Potties are here to assist you. A&A Porta Potties also rents out storage containers, office containers, cooling fans, tables, and chairs. A&A Porta Potties, there is no event too big or too small for us to accommodate you.
Kentucky Christian University is a private nonprofit university located in the beautiful foothills of eastern Kentucky. KCU offers both undergraduate and graduate programs, including the new Teacher Leader Master of Arts in Education degree. They also have an array of competitive sports. Kentucky Christian University is committed to focusing on Christ while helping students build character and prepare for their future careers. Visit kcu.edu to learn more or to schedule a visit on campus.
Back here in Grayson, Chauncey Griffith, Jasmine Flowers, glad to have you along. And the clock's rolling down under a minute, down to about 30 seconds. And Jasmine, I'm putting you on the spot here.
Okay.
What do you expect coming out?
I definitely see our boys pushing right here because they are down, and I don't know how much Bryan can keep up with the shooting percentage they're at right now.
Yep, I'm with you. That's a hard thing to do for anybody. Not take anything away from Bryan, but what I don't even remember now what they are shooting, but it was pretty good. They're right at 50%, I think, from the field and 47% from three. You keep that up, you're on a roll.
Oh, yeah.
One thing I noticed, too, in your all's game, the first game of this doubleheader, one thing that Bryan was really good at was shooting free throws. I think shot like 84%. That's a good way to win ball games.
It definitely was, and their three-point percentage definitely helped them out a lot.
You guys play again when, Tuesday?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. On the road, is that right? I know I just said
at Reinhardt, yes,
sir. At Reinhardt, yeah. And here we go. Inbound goes to Woodard out front. Woodard looks to the right side. I guess I better get my roster out here. Down low driving baseline. Now back out front it goes to McCallum. He's going to drive. Look to the left over to Lonnie Langston. Now to Pence out front. Pence looks left. The three ball from McCallum, and that one's good. So a good way to start out here for KCU. That's 6 points now for David McCallum Jr. It's a 10-point ball game. The answer on the other end of the court from Bostic off the mark. Pence is off to the races back down to the KCU end. Tell you what, if that three ball would have fell, that would have made things really interesting.
Oh, yeah. It definitely would have given them that push that they need to keep going.
Yeah. We got a foul on the layup there, I believe. Yeah, that was going to be called on Kirk Pence. That'll be his first foul of the ball game. Pence he's from right down the road in Raceland. Inbound to Ian Johnson over on the left corner. He's going to dribble it into the paint, have his shot blocked by McCallum, but it's picked up by Bostic. The putback in and out. And then he's going to get his own rebound and be fouled again. Unbelievable. That guy's a player.
He definitely is.
Yeah. Jamari Bostic, he's coming in averaging like 20 points a game, but the 6'5" junior from Ripley, Tennessee, he's got 17 right now, looking to make it 18, and he does just that. So I'm assuming the shot didn't count. The foul was on the first putback. 18 points now for Jamari Bostic. Second one up and off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound goes to KCU, and we're back the other way. Right side, Kirby Dumway. Bounce pass to Langston, who drives right side. His layup doesn't fall, and we're back the other direction. Mulaski gets a rebound, kicks it right side to Roberts for three. And that's 3 points for Cole Roberts. That's his second three ball of the game. The 6'4" junior forward from Alcoa, Tennessee, puts his team ahead by 14. Shot no good for KCU, and we're back the other way. Roberts looks right over to Ian Johnson. Johnson drives into the paint, spin move up and no good. Rebound to McCallum for KCU. He's going to bring it back himself. A nice pass in the paint. That's one thing about this boys team. They get the ball. They move the ball around very well.
They definitely do. I feel like they've definitely played with each other so much better throughout the season.
I feel like that's one thing. I don't know. I know Coach Pack a little bit, but just watching them play, I think that's one thing that he really, really takes into account is ball movement.
Definitely.
Rebound by Pence, and we're coming back the other direction. Left side for three, and that one's good for Lonnie Langston. That's his first points of the ball game. Gets his stay almost back in single digits, 11 points. 11-point lead for Bryan. Underhanded layup, up and good for Ian Johnson. Now, do you have class with any of these guys?
I'm actually accounting business, so I have class with a lot of them.
Oh, yeah. That's a pretty common major, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. I noticed Woodard, his major is business. Is that right?
Yes.
Yep.
We've had every class together since we both transferred here.
Have you really?
Yes.
Now, are you a senior?
I am.
Oh, wow. So your senior night's coming up next week.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
You were talking about when we were at break, your internship coming up.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome. Now, what's the name of that team?
They are the Lexington Sporting Club.
Okay, a semi-pro soccer team, is that right?
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Yeah, that's a big deal for our state.
It definitely is.
Do you know what you'll be doing with them yet? Or?
I will be ticket sales accounting.
Hey, there you go.
Yes.
Any way you can get your foot in the door in something like that.
Definitely.
Especially, I don't know what you want to do, but I think it would be cool to get in the sporting end of it, the sports end of it.
Yes.
We got a foul down low. Ian Johnson heading to the line. I didn't see that foul was on, did you? I was looking at you. Anyway, 4 team fouls now for KCU as Johnson hits his first one. Second one up off the front of the rim. Rebound goes to Pence. Pence back the other way in a hurry. Tell you what, that kid can move, can't he?
He definitely can.
As Jones has the ball knocked away. Taken by Bostic. Left side for three off the far side of the rim for Mulaski, but the rebound goes back to Bryan College, and a layup from Gene Holmes puts him on the board. I feel like I've said his name a lot, but that's his first 2 points of the game. He's just one of those guys that's always there.
Mm-hmm. He's always doing something, even if it's not scoring.
That's right. Is that something? You're a basketball person, as DeAndre Ross gets 2 on the board there. Is that something that's a big deal? I mean, is that something that coaches look for?
I think so, because there's so much more you can do than just score.
Yes.
You have to pass, you have to be able to rebound, play defense. Every little thing counts in a basketball game.
That's awesome. You're one of that, and that's what, when I was reading through your stats a minute ago, I feel like you're one of those players too.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a compliment. Yeah, for sure. 59-43 is the score, down to 15:45 to go in the second half as Pence drives in the paint. See, there they go again. Obviously the foul there, but that series of passes right there, that's not something, that takes a lot of coaching and a lot of time in the gym.
It definitely does. And I think it helps them so much on offense, trying to make that defense move.
Right. Had a foul down low there. As Gene Holmes brings it across, kicks it to the top of the key. Now left side for three. Shaded just to the left for Bostic. It's off the mark. Or back the other direction. Pence again into the paint. Pulls up and stops and pops after a spin move off to the left of the free throw line. No good. And the rebound goes to Bryan College. Down to 15-11. And a spin move from the right block. And getting one to fall there is Trey Morrow. That's 4 points for him in this ball game. I know one thing, as Kirby Dumway gets one to fall there from the left side, and I was getting ready to talk about Kirby Dumway. I've got my son here, Oliver. He's 6 years old. He's a shoe guy, loves tennis shoes, Jordans, all that. First thing you noticed was Kirby Dumway's shoes. I was like, I like those too, man. He got purple shoes on. Pence drives again into the paint, spins, stops and pops, and gets it to fall. That's one of those floaters. That takes a lot of practice there, too.
It definitely does.
In traffic like that. A 15-point ball game. As Gene Holmes gets a layup to fall after driving baseline right side. Extends that lead out to 17. KCU, though, with an answer. That's DeAndre Ross on the other end of the court from the free throw line. Back on the other end, a three ball from Ian Johnson's no good. Rebound KCU. Series of passes, gets it to the free throw line. Dumway pulls up, no good. Rebound goes to Bostic for Bryan College. A nice pass down low, and making them pay there is Trey Morrow. That's something they're good at too, isn't it? Getting that ball moving.
Definitely.
I guess I keep focusing on that because I'm used to high school basketball.
Yes, sir.
Not that that's not a thing there too, but you know what I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
Ball movement right here is a big deal.
Oh, yeah.
Especially when I'm used to calling those slower paced games, you know. Ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch there by somebody for Bryan College. I didn't see who it was, but it's KCU basketball. Lonnie Langston on the baseline. It's not Langston. That's Brevin Jones sending it out front for three. That's DeAndre Ross getting that one to fall. (67-53), and down on the other end, Bryan with another answer. That's Trey Morrow with a jumper from about 6 foot away, extending it back to 16. Out front, Brevin Jones. He's going to dribble to the right side, kick it over to Dumway. Now back to Jones for three. No good from the right corner. Back on the other end of the court, Mulaski gets it down low baseline to Bostic, who drives. His shot's no good, but the putback is good from Trey Morrow. That's 10 points for Trey Morrow. And we've got a full timeout on the court, so with 12 minutes, 30 seconds to go, your score, Bryan College 71 and Kentucky Christian University 53. Back after this on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
You know, financial security begins at home with home ownership. If you've been putting off looking for a home because you think you can't afford it, you owe it to yourself to check out Members Choice Credit Union. Members Choice Credit Union has programs for first-time home buyers and more to help put you in the home of your dreams. Call, click, or stop by Members Choice Credit Union today.
Members Choice Credit Union, NMLS 411945, Equal Housing Lender. Call for additional information. Other restrictions may apply.
In addition to the Greenup location, Stultz Pharmacy's newest location is at 437 James Hanna Drive in South Shore, but has retained the name you know and love, McDonald Pharmacy, with the same great service you'll find in the Greenup location, with free delivery service and their convenient drive-thru. Get your vaccinations and allergy shots, and of course, great prescription service at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup and McDonald Pharmacy, James Hanna Drive, South Shore.
Stultz Pharmacy.
Back here in Grayson, Chauncey Griffin, glad to have you along. That was Jasmine Flowers, senior ladies basketball player for KCU, that was joining us there. And class act for sure. Definitely a bright future for that young lady. And thankful for her for coming over and giving us some time. As KCU right now trailing by 18 points to Bryan College. And it's going to be KCU basketball here coming out of the timeout. And here we go. As DeAndre Ross brings it across, gives it to McCallum. McCallum left side now, left side of the half court, free throw line, gives it back to Ross. He dribbles back that direction, gets it in the paint, bounce pass outside to Ship. Ship comes out front and has the ball stolen, has his pass stolen away, and going coast to coast with it, that is Caleb Grimes. 4 points now for Grimes, and we're back the other way. Pence in the paint, spin move, kicks it over to Woodard. No, that's not Woodard. Miles Ship again, and he's going to be fouled. So Ship will go to the line, and the foul charged against Bryan College's Noah Molaski. Molaski with 8 points, and that was foul number 1 for Molaski. Only one team foul now here in this second half for Bryan College, and it came just a few moments ago. First one does fall for Miles Ship, and the second one on its way, and it's good as well. That makes it 73-55, and we're coming back the other way. Three ball, right side, off the mark for Keller Dye. Rebound Pence. Pence has it out front for KCU. He looks to the left to Archuleta. Archuleta thought about stopping and popping the three there. Instead, he gets it out front to Ross. Ross dribbles in, pulls up the free throw line, has an air ball and a whistle. We're going to have a foul called against Grimes for Bryan. It'll send DeAndre Ross to the line. That's foul number 1 on Grimes. Ross with 10 points here tonight. Make it 11. Make it 11 after that one. Bounce off the front of the rim and then the backboard and then goes through the basket. Got a sub checking in for KCU. Off comes Ian Johnson. In comes Noah Molaski. Second one up and good for DeAndre Ross. That's 12 points for him now. 73-57 is the score. A 16-point game here as Molaski has the basketball, gets it back out front to Morrow. Morrow looks right, gives it over to Gales, and we've got a whistle and a foul on the floor. It's going to go against Kirk Pence. That's his second foul of the ball game. 6 team fouls now for KCU, so one more would put Bryan College in the bonus. Out front with the basketball, Trey Morrow. Morrow gives it to Molaski. Molaski looks left for three. Keller Dye, no good. The putback's no good by Grimes. His putback, second putback's no good. Then we've got a skirm under the basket. They're fighting for that basketball. Loose ball. Archuleta comes away with it. We've got a whistle. And it's going to be a foul called against Bryan College. Dalen Gills picks up his first foul. That's 3 team fouls now for the Lions in this second half. KCU, as I mentioned, was 6. And here we come the other way. Out front with the basketball is Miles Ship. He's going to hand it to Archuleta. Now right side it goes to McCallum for 3, no good. Going up and getting that rebound is Keller Dye, the 6'4" sophomore from Hendersonville, Tennessee. Back on the other end, driving baseline left side is Noah Molaski. He tried to get it down low, but it's taken by Archuleta. And then in transition, Archuleta's pass to Kirk Pence was behind him. It goes out of bounds into the bench, the KCU bench, and that's another turnover, KCU. Long pass down into the paint to an open Trey Morrow for 2 points. That's 12 points now for Trey Morrow. 75-57 is the score. On the other end, Kirk Pence in the paint. Floater no good from just under the basket. We're coming back the other way at 75-57. Right side, 3 ball no good for Molaski. Rebound goes to Bryan College, though. Down under 10 minutes to go here in the second half. Back out front driving. Shot no good from Dalen Gales. Rebound fought for, taken by KCU. McCallum comes away with it. David McCallum Jr. They're going to kick it down low to Ross. He drives baseline. A nice spin move in the paint. And Ross with a floater, and he gets it to fall. That is 14 points now for DeAndre Ross, the 6'2" sophomore from Durham, North Carolina. And down on the other end, we've got a foul. Waiting to see, is that one on the floor or not? I don't think so. It should be a shooting foul. It's going to be called on Archuleta. That's his first foul. And heading to the line is Dalen Gales. Gales with 5 points here tonight. Looking to add to that. And I believe going to be a technical foul. So a technical foul called against KCU. First shot up and no good for Dalen Gales. He makes him 1 of 2 from there here tonight as Woodard checks back in. Off comes Miles Shipp after the foul. Though off comes McCallum after the foul. Second shot up and off the back of the rim, then off the front of the rim, then off to the right. Coach Don Rakowski over there with his hands up in the air like, hey, man, you got 2 free ones, didn't make either one. So 9:25 to go, your score, Bryan College 75, KCU 59, and it's Bryan College basketball. Driving baseline is Gales. He kicks it out front, and now it's in the hands of Bostic with 5 on the shot clock. His shot's no good, but I tell you what, he gets that putback, and that's 22 points now for Bostic in this ball game. On the other end of the court, a floater from Ross, no good. Rebound goes to Bryan. Trey Morrow brings it across. Looking back out front, getting it over to Caleb Grimes. Grimes, top of the key, gets it to Morrow. Morrow looks right, hands it over to Gales. Gales to Johnson. Now back to Gales, who drives right side. It's one to fall. Stop and pop under the basket, and that's 2 points. It's now a 20-point ball game. Gales with 7 points now. Woodard with the Euro step in some traffic. His shot's no good. Rebound taken by Bryan College. Out front with the basketball. Ian Johnson drives, trying to take it in for a layup, but it's knocked out of bounds. Last touch by KCU. 8:15 to go here in the ball game. It's 79-59. Left side, Bryan College basketball. Ian Johnson, he's going to get it out front to Bostic, just to the left of the top of the key. Bostic hands it over to Gales, who drives for a layup. Again, it's knocked out of his hands, goes out of bounds. Last touch by a KCU defender. The ball will stay on that end of the court. This time Morrow's going to inbound it. Gets it in front of him to Johnson. Ball almost knocked out of bounds. This time, though, last touched. It is knocked out of bounds. It was last touched by Ian Johnson. Good defense here from KCU, and we're back the other way. A 20-point ball game. 7:54 to go. Clock still rolling. Ball almost goes out of bounds off the hands of Pence, but he saves it. He's going to drive, free throw line, pull up, look right side for 3. No good from Lonnie Langston. And we're back the other direction. Caleb Grimes out front. Bounce pass in to Jamari Bostic. Baseline left side. His jumper doesn't fall. Rebound goes to Bryan College. Right side again. This time the layup is good from Ian Johnson. That's 17 points for Ian Johnson. And on the other end of the court, the layup bounces up just a little bit too high and goes out of bounds over the top of the backboard. So that's a turnover for KCU, and we're back the other way. 7:14 to go in this ball game. A 22-point ball game as Bryan College leads KCU 81-59. Bostic out front. Hands it over to Morrow. Morrow's going to be fouled. No, that's not Morrow. He handed it to Gales. Gales was fouled, and a reach-in foul on Woodard. That's Woodard's first foul of the ball game. It's 81-59. That's team foul number 8 for KCU, so it'll send Dalen Gales to the line where he's 1 of 1 tonight. His shot's up and good, making it 2 for 2 now. 82-59. Gales with 8 points now. Second one up and good as well. So make him a perfect 3 for 3 from the charity stripe. It's a 24-point ball game. Gales 1 point away from being the fourth Bryan line with double-digit scoring. A nice pass down low and a foul. Woodard got it down low to Lonnie Langston for KCU. And we've got a foul called on Bryan's Dalen Gales. That's his second foul of the ball game. So down low, Lonnie Langston going to get it inbound on the right corner to Pence. His three-point shot no good. Rebound fought for, taken by Bostic for Bryan College. Bostic looks down to the right side to Johnson. He dribbles in, kicks it out front to Gales for three. No good. Rebound KCU. Back the other way is Dumway. Dumway kicks it down low to Archuleta on the left corner, but he's going to send it out front to Woodard for three. It's off the mark. 83-59, down under 6.5 minutes to go in the ball game. Gene Holmes drives into the paint. He's going to be fouled. The foul is going to be called on Kirk Pence. That's Kirk Pence's third foul of this contest. He's got 6 points, 3 fouls. As a substitution sends Archuleta off and McCallum back in. At the line, Gene Holmes, his first free throw of this ball game, and it's good. He gets another one. 9 team fouls now for KCU, 4 for the Bryan Lions. Second free throw off the mark for Gene Holmes. Rebound coming the other way. Langston sends it down low left side for three. In and out for Kirby Dumway. And we're coming the other direction. Basketball in the hands of Noah Mulaski. His jumper left side off the mark, and we've got a foul on the shot. Foul's going to go, I believe, against McCallum. Be his second foul of this ball game, and that will send Noah Mulaski to the line. Mulaski's not shot a free throw here tonight. 84-59 the score, and the first free throw is up and good for Noah Mulaski. 85-59, it's a 26-point ball game. Second one up and good as well. Inbound to Lonnie Langston. Brings it across, gives it to McCallum. McCallum dribbles in. His pass is stolen away. Taken by Noah Mulaski again. This time left side for three is Ian Johnson. And going up and trying to get that rebound there is Bostic. But Woodard takes it away, gives it to Pence, and we're off to the races. Pence looks right side. Kicks it over to Dumway. Dumway back out front to Woodard. Woodard, a nice pass down low to Pence, and his shot just off the mark after some more of that great ball movement that we talked about a little bit earlier. It's 86-59, and a jumper from the left block for Jamari Bostic. That's his 24th point of the game, makes it 88-59, a 29-point lead now for Bryan College. Jumper from the left baseline doesn't fall for Lonnie Langston. We're back the other direction. Left side for three. Ian Johnson, no good. Rebound, David Woodard. Woodard, left side. He's going to send it back out front to McCallum. McCallum for three. A long three for David McCallum. That one's good. That gives him 9 points in this ball game. Down under 4.5 minutes to go here in this ball game. It's 88-62. Bryan looking to run away with it here as a three ball is no good for Gene Holmes, and the rebound goes to KCU. McCallum, left side, back out front to Woodard. He throws up a three ball. It's off the mark. Pence with the rebound. His jumper from the right side's no good, and we're back the other way. On the other end of the court, another three ball. This one missed by Ian Johnson for Bryan, and we're coming back the other way. Rebound goes to KCU. McCallum brings it across. Crossover dribble at the top of the arc, and a layup on the left side. David McCallum Jr. with 2 points. That's 11 points now for David McCallum Jr., and we have a timeout to sub here. Looks like Archuleta. I'll just tell you who's on the court. How about that? It's Archuleta for KCU. Archuleta, Lonnie Langston, Kirk Pence, David McCallum Jr., and DeAndre Ross down here on the other end. So there you go, down under 4 minutes to go. It's 88-64. And here we go, out front with the basketball. Jamari Bostic looking left over to Mulaski. He drives baseline left side, and layup no good. Rebound Kirk Pence brings it across, and he's going to be fouled at midcourt. That foul goes against Dalen Gales. That's 3 fouls now for Dalen Gales. And here we go. Out front with the basketball. Miles Ship drives, layup no good. Rebound goes to Bostic. I'm interested to see how many layups Bostic has by the time this one's over, because I've said his name a lot. Nonetheless, rebound this time goes to KCU. McCallum's going to be fouled in transition. That one's on the floor, and that would prove to be team foul number 6, I do believe, for Bryan College. Foul goes against Mulaski. KCU inbound. Kirk Pence out front, looking to find an open teammate, and he thought he did, but they turned their back. Miscommunication there, and a layup on the other end of the court. Noah Mulaski gets 2 points in transition. It's 90-64, and we've got another timeout to sub here, as checking out of the ball game is Bostic. Into the ball game for Bryan College is a 6'3" junior guard and forward from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. That's Tyler Erdman. He wears number 5. And here we go the other way. Kirk Pence brings it across, kicks it out front to Miles Ship. Ship looks left to McCallum for 3. In and out and back in for David McCallum Jr. That's 14 points for him, 90-67. Bryan College basketball. On the move is Dalen Gales, and his layup no good after he's going to be fouled. I believe the foul going to be against Miles Ship. That's his first foul of the ball game. He's got 2 points as well. And heading to the line is Dalen Gales. His first free throw up and good. (91-67). Checking in for Bryan College, Colin Gore. Has a second free throw up and good for Dalen Gales. 11 points for him. It's 92-67. Right side for 3 is David McCallum Jr. The shot's no good, but he's going to draw the foul. So he'll go to the line. David McCallum Jr. stops the clock at 2:17. The foul is going to be on Dalen Gales, I believe, his 4th foul. First one up and good for McCallum Jr. 92-68 is the score. Second one up and no good, and I assume that was not a 3-ball because they only got 2 free throws there. So the second shot no good, and then we've got a foul on the rebound. That's team foul number 8 against Bryan College, so it'll send Kirk Pence to the line. Pence first shot up and good. 92-69. Pence with a chance to add one more, make it 70, and he does just that. So he goes 2 for 2 here, makes it 92-70. That's 8 points now for Kirk Pence. Coming the other way, dribbling to the left, hand it over to Gales. Now down low it goes to Erdman. Erdman gets it into the paint, and a dunk is blocked. That was Allen with the dunk. Miles Ship with the block. It's a foul, so that'll be his second foul. But I think Ship was saying, no shot, I'm letting you make that. And he did not. So down to 1:59 in the ball game. First free throw up and no good for Marcus Allen. Second one up and no good as well. On the rebound, we got a jump ball. Didn't know if it was going to be a foul or a jump ball. Official calls a jump ball here. And the possession arrow goes to Bryan. Inbound and a pass over to the left corner to Colin Gore. Ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by KCU. I think McCallum got a hand in there knocking that one away. This time the inbound going to go the other direction to Allen. Allen gets it out front. Hands it over to Erdman. Erdman looks left to Gore. Gore kicks it to the left corner for three. Off the mark is Cole Rogers. Back on the other end of the court, we've got another foul. This foul going to be called against Colin Gore, his first foul of the ball game. Team foul number 9 against Bryan. Heading to the line is going to be DeAndre Ross. Ross puts the first one up. It's off the front of the rim. 1 minute, 36 seconds to go in this ball game. Stick around after the game. We'll have the post-game show. Got all your stats and what's next for both teams as DeAndre Ross makes his second one. 92-71 is the score. Down to under a minute and a half to go. Left side with the basketball is Erdman. He spins, puts one up in the paint. And you hear the reaction from the Bryan section over there as Tyler Erdman gets one on the board. 94-71 is the score. All smiles from the Bryan side. We've got a foul down on the KCU end. Foul goes against Gore. That's his second foul. That'll send Kirk Pence to the line. Free throw up and good for Kirk Pence. 11 points now for him, 94-74. Basketball out front in the hands of Allen. He looks left to Gales. Now it goes over left side to Erdman. Erdman, they look right now for three. Air ball from Colin Gore. It goes out of bounds. Down to 57 seconds left in this ball game. And we had another foul. That's going to be team foul number 10 against Bryan. Down low it was Marcus Allen, I think trying to save that ball from going out of bounds. And he picks up his third foul. That'll send David McCallum Jr. to the line. McCallum Jr. with 15 points. Make it, no, that one in and out for McCallum Jr. Checking in for Bryan College. Waiting to get a number here. It's number 32, that's Morrow. Starter checking back in the game here with under a minute to go. Out comes Allen. Second shot up and good for McCallum. As Gore brings it across for Bryan. Gore gets it out front, almost has it stolen away. Picked up there by Dye. Dye looks left over to Erdman. Erdman for three. That one's in and out. And knocked out of bounds. Last touched by Bryan. With 40.9 seconds to go here. A 19-point lead for Bryan. DeAndre Ross on the move, kicking it right side for three, in and out and back in for McCallum. 19 points for him. That's stolen away at midcourt. And a dunk on the other end from DeAndre Ross. That's 2 points for him, making it 17 on the game. Saw him do one in pregame, and here we go again. 15 seconds left to go in this ball game. KCU down 14 points. And Bryan at this point just going to play keep away. Ball in the hand of Gales. Down to 2-1 and the buzzer. So the buzzer you hear in the background means your final score for this ball game. Bryan Lions 94, KCU Knights 80. We're going to step out. We'll be back for the pregame show here on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
You know, financial security begins at home with home ownership. If you've been putting off looking for a home because you think you can't afford it, you owe it to yourself to check out Members Choice Credit Union. Members Choice Credit Union has programs for first-time home buyers and more to help put you in the home of your dreams. Call, click, or stop by Members Choice Credit Union today.
Members Choice Credit Union, NMLS 411945, Equal Housing Lender. Call for additional information. Other restrictions may apply.
In addition to the Greenup location, Stultz Pharmacy's newest location is at 437 James Hanna Drive in South Shore, but has retained the name you know and love, McDonald Pharmacy, with the same great service you'll find in the Greenup location, with free delivery service and their convenient drive-thru. Get your vaccinations and allergy shots, and of course, great prescription service at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup and McDonald Pharmacy, James Hanna Drive, South Shore.
Stultz Pharmacy.
For those on the go, the smoothie connoisseur, the break room favorite, and for those that just never quite have it all, Clark's has what you need to keep your day on track. Make life easier and keep your busy schedule moving forward with everything you need at Clark's. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts and salads, a tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around.
And we're back here in Grayson. Chauncey Griffith, glad to have you along as KCU loses game 2 of a women's and men's doubleheader. They fall in this one by a final score of Bryan, Tennessee 94, Kentucky Christian University 80. Scoring by halves goes something like this. At the end of the first half, Bryan with a 13-point lead, 48-35, and then outscoring KCU only by 1 point in the second, 46-45, making the final score a 14-point victory for Bryan, 94-80. Individual scoring and team scoring, something like this. The victors tonight, the Bryan Lions, leading scorer on the ball game, Jamari Bostic with 24, Ian Johnson with 17, Noah Molaski with 12, Trey Morrow with 12, and then fifth starter Gene Holmes with 5. So 4 of 5 starters for Bryan had double-digit scoring, led by Jamari Bostic with 24. Then off the bench, several players with points on the board. Caleb Grimes with 4, Tyler Erdman with 2, Nick Roberts with 6, Dalen Gales with 11, so double digits off the bench for Dalen Gales. 1 point for Marcus Allen. Leading rebounder, I should mention, Jamari Bostic, 24 points, 17 rebounds, 14 of them coming on the defensive end. So a big night for Jamari Bostic. As a team, from the field, they shot 43.5%. So just like Jasmine Flowers was talking about there at halftime and starting out the third quarter, they did not keep up that percentage, but still doing much more than enough to win this basketball game, shooting 43.5%. From the field, only 19% in from the three after shooting 30% from there in the first quarter, or first half, I should say. They were 1 of 19 in the second half from the three line, making them 19% overall in the ball game. From the free throw line, 60% for Bryan, Tennessee. For KCU, leading scorer in the ball game, David McCallum Jr. with 19 points, 2 steals and 5 rebounds. Other leading scorers, David Woodard finished with 13 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. For the senior, Kirby Dumway, 13 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist. Kirk Pence also in double digits at 10, 11 rebounds, so double-double for Kirk Pence. 3 assists, 1 steal for Kirk Pence. Off the bench, DeAndre Ross coming in big on the scoreboard. 18 points for DeAndre Ross, 1 assist, 1 steal. And other points coming from Miles Shipp with 4 points, 3 rebounds, 2 steals for him. From the field, KCU shooting 38.2%, 35.5% from 3, and 77.3% from the free throw line. Points in the paint, KCU leads that one 48-24. Bryan leads KCU 48-24. They doubled KCU's 24 points. Off turnovers, Bryan 12, KCU 5. Off the second chance, Bryan has 15, KCU has 4. And then off the bench, pretty tight there, but Bryan edges them out 24-22. We had 2 score ties and 4 lead changes in this ball game. The largest lead of the ball game was 29. Bryan led by 29 points with 5:19 to go in the ball game. That's a look at your stats. We're going to step out, take one more break. When we come back, we'll look at what's ahead for both teams. Don't go away. Back after this on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
Does your gas station or convenience store need a facelift? If so, call River City Builders at 473-4112 for your remedy. Big or small projects, River City's Builders is a company for all your needs. We have extensive experience in the petroleum industry, from routine gas dispenser and canopy maintenance to above-ground, underground tank and piping work to full-blown remodels and new builds. Call River City Builders at 473-4112 for all your petroleum needs. We'll cover your back and keep your customers pumping gas.
When you have business away from home or a planned event far from your comfort zone, you're probably going to need a little help. Let A&A Porta Potties assist you with all your portable toilet needs. Whether on a construction site, planning for an outdoor wedding, or any other outdoor event, A&A Porta Potties are here to assist you. A&A Porta Potties also rents out storage containers, office containers, cooling fans, tables, and chairs. A&A Porta Potties, there is no event too big or too small for us to accommodate you.
Jennifer Epperly, loan officer at First National Bank in Canonsburg. I personally invite you and all local businesses to visit our beautiful new building in Canonsburg on U.S. Route 60 next to the Walmart entrance. We offer many services including personal, mortgage, and business loans. First National Bank is locally owned by the McGuire family of Ashland and has been in business since 1902. We aim to give you the personal attention and best customer service there is to offer. Come inside, talk with us, and let us make you a part of the First National Bank family. First National Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Kentucky Christian University is a private nonprofit university located in the beautiful foothills of eastern Kentucky. KCU offers both undergraduate and graduate programs, including the new Teacher Leader Master of Arts in Education degree. They also have an array of competitive sports. Kentucky Christian University is committed to focusing on Christ while helping students build character and prepare for their future careers. Visit kcu.edu to learn more or to schedule a visit on campus.
And we're back here in Grace and Chauncey Griffith. Glad you could join us. Final score in this ball game, 94-80. Bryan takes down the KCU Knights here. Next up for Bryan, they are, next up for Bryan, they're back at home. That's what I thought, on Tuesday against Truett McConnell. That's at 7:30 back in Tennessee. For KCU, two more regular season ball games this season. The next one comes, I take that back, one more for the men's team, and that is on Tuesday, February 14th, on Valentine's Day on the road at Reinhardt in Waleska, Georgia. So that's what they have coming down the line. And then it's time for postseason play for the Knights. So that's going to do it for us here from this broadcast. I thank you so much for tuning in. For MJ McKay, big thanks to him. For everyone else involved, I'm Chauncey Griffith. Good night, and God bless.
You've been watching another sports presentation of Kentucky Christian University basketball on the Cool Hits Sports Network and Cool TV. Tonight's game was brought to you in part by Clark's Pump and Shops of the Tri-State, River City's Builders, A&A Porta Potties, Stoltz Pharmacy, Trace Hermanos Mexican Restaurant, Members Choice Credit Union, First National Bank of Grayson, and Kentucky Christian University. This broadcast of KCU basketball is an exclusive sports presentation of the Cool Hits Sports Network and Cool TV.